So fast forward to a few years ago, my brother Lee, who was an MD PhD, he had his PhD in cardiovascular physiology, electrobiophysics. He died of a heart attack, My dad died of a cardiac instance. My mom died of a cardiac. So I said to my wife, I am not going to try to disprove genetics. we have to start thinking about an exit plan here. So right around COVID time, so we took about a year to get the books together and start, figuring out how we were going to do this. And we hired a business broker, and we talked to a bunch of private equity. And the more I got involved with private equity, the less I liked them. So if there's any private equity in here, I'm sure you're good people, but I don't like you. So we went through several, starts and stops with private equity, and to the point that I just told the business broker, we're going to end this relationship. We're going to figure out something. My outside accountant said, hey, you guys have the perfect culture. You're set up perfectly for an ESOP. Why don't you start looking at that? So at the time, I had been asked to serve on the National Advisory Board for the MEP program. If you're all familiar with that, it's a manufacturing extension partnership. It's out in NIST. And so in my due diligence, before I accepted that request, I was looking through their previous meetings minute, and I found that there was a presentation on ESOPs, and I made contact with a person that made that presentation, and all of a sudden, the skies opened up, the sun came down. I said, this is perfect, because in my research prior to building M-7 with all of that available credit, I did a self-directed research project. I wanted to know why certain companies succeeded and other companies failed. Why did Walmart do so well and Kmart have to file bankruptcy? Why did Federal Express do so well and the U.S. Post Office has problems? I wanted to figure that out. And the data that precipitated from that research was it was all about culture. So then I started to think about and read about culture, and we were very fortunate to have been successful in establishing a great culture. We have basically zero turnover. Our employees stay with us forever. We treat our employees like professionals, like they are, and that's not really common in Youngstown. Youngstown's a gritty, hardcore community. They've been through a lot of difficulties, and so they tend to, everybody's in it for themselves and things like that. And we wanted to disprove that, and I think we did that very well. So that's why we went with an ESOP, to make sure that we covered and protected the employees.